This calzone was cooked in the Gozney dome using wood. This is my favorite way to cook the calzone. Stick around and find out how this video was made. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. It's the Pizza Guy John. In today's video I'm going to be making a calzone, specifically a wood-fired calzone in the wood-fired oven. This is the Gozney dome that's outside, and this is a 220-30 gram dough ball. It's a couple days old. I've had it now in the fridge, so I figured why not just show you guys how I make a calzone using wood-fired. So if you want to see my pizza recipe, dough recipes, again, that will be linked above. And it's just going to be pepperoni. I got two different types of pepperonis. I got the cup and crisp and the party pepperoni confetti. Going to be putting some ricotta in there, mozzarella, and then the sauce, of course, will be towards the end. But we're going to go ahead and get some semolina on top. And we're going to get that flopped in there. You could still hear the air in the dough ball, so that sounds really nice. Just kind of get some of that semolina off. And we're just going to go ahead and get it stretched all the way. And again, because this is a calzone, it doesn't have to have a crust. So you want to go ahead and make sure that we're getting a lot of that air out. So that's what I'm doing here. And we'll just do it one last time. Get some of this semolina off. So I'm just knocking off some of this extra semolina that we don't need. And so once you have it like this, you could do a small one, you could do a big one. You want to go ahead and just picture the middle of the dough ball or the crust. So we're looking at the middle part here. And so whatever side you choose, you want to go ahead and just fill that side. So I'm going to go ahead and go here with our right hand side. And again, just imagine a line right here. So what I'm going to do with this crust is I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. And again, this is just where the middle's at. And then I'm going to go ahead and just go all the way this way with it. And we'll do a little bit more here. All right. All right, and so again, what you want to do is you also want to leave a small crust here, because once you roll it over, then you're going to tap it down. That's where it's going to seal at. So I'll show you here that shortly, but then let's go ahead and let's get some pepperoni. And because I like pepperoni, I'm going to go ahead and just add a lot here. And you could top it with any other toppings that you like. Again, comment down below, comment, let me know what type of toppings you like inside your calzone. Again, you could add really anything in there. And I'm just going to finish it off with the rest of these pepperoni strips, or the confetti. All right. And then we'll get some of the mozzarella cheese. All right. And I'm just going to go ahead and stuff this bad boy. All right, so it's going to be cheesy, it's going to be creamy, it's going to be very good. And so now once you have it stuffed, again, you want to flip it over, depending on what side you're getting. And then at this point, again, you could use your hand, but we're just sealing this up like that. And what you could also do too, depending on if, it's up to you, you could also cut off a lot of the excess. I don't. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and just pull from one side, and we're just going over, pulling it over. And what this does, it gives it off like a nice looking kind of like a crust. And you just go all the way around, you pull, and then you go all the way. And then you could go ahead and just seal it as well. Just like that. All right, and then once you have that, then of course you could go ahead and just make a small hole right here, and that's just going to allow it to breathe out, and it's not going to expand fully in the oven. So we'll go ahead and just leave a small hole there. Then we got our peel, and then we're going to go ahead and go right underneath it. All right, and then once we have it on our peel, then we're going to go straight into the oven. Again, this is the Gozney dome. I'm using wood, and it's been on now for close to about 45 minutes to an hour. So We're just gonna go ahead and put that right there. And because it is a calzone, it's not going to be a super fast cook. We want to go ahead and go with a low and slow sort of cook. That way we can ensure that the crust is getting cooked all the way around, the inside is getting nice and melted. So we're going to go ahead now and just let that kind of cook through. Again, I have a low flame. If you could see from this camera angle, I do have a low flame in there. So again, it's just going to be a slow cook. And you can see it's starting to rise up a little bit. The crust is starting to get some cooked over here, or I guess on this side right here, starting to get a little brown. But we're not gonna spin it just quite yet. I'm just gonna give it a little bit longer. Make sure that the bottom is cooking, which it is. Alright, and you can kind of see on the crust how it's nicely getting that texture from how I stretched it out and also twisted the ends. Alright, so at this point, it's been in there for a little while now. I'm going to go ahead and get my pill underneath there, and you can see it's browning nicely, so I'm just going to go ahead and start cooking this side as well. And so now we're just getting that back area that wasn't getting any cook to it. And now you can start seeing that the top is now getting some color to it. So it's starting to look pretty good. And we're gonna go take a look at this. And you can see it's getting some color now. So I want to start getting this area cooked a little bit more. So I'm gonna make sure, being that it is pretty big, we're just gonna get it right there. And if we take a look at that bottom's looking cooked. So now we just want to make sure we're getting color on the rest of it as well. And it's cooking nice, getting some nice color on there. Let's go ahead and get that. And see, we still need to get a little bit more color. So I'm just going to twist it a little bit here. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and let's finish off this side right here just a little bit more. And I'm just lifting it up. And again, like I said, this is a slow cook. It's not a fast cook. So we want to make sure everything is getting cooked nice inside. If we take a look at this bottom is nice and cooked. And so let's go ahead. Focus just a little bit more here, right here in the front. All right, and I think we're good. You can see the steam coming out of that hole right there. If we didn't have a hole there, then of course it would have, basically blow it up a lot. But at this point, sounding nice and crispy, let's go ahead and get inside onto the corner rack. All right, so this is the calzone that was cooked in the Gozney dome. Let's just take a listen to that. Look how nice and crispy it is. Nice and even all the way around. If we take a look at this bottom, the bottom is nice and cooked. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get a cut. We're gonna do right in the middle. You can see it's just juicy from those pepperonis. If we take a look right in the inside, it is nice and it's gooey. You got that mozzarella cheese, you got the ricotta cheese in there. This is just a perfect way to make a calzone. Of course, if you have some red sauce, you would serve some red sauce on the side, or you could just smother it as well. But again, this is nice and cooked. It's going to be juicy. From the pepperonis, you're going to get that creaminess from the ricotta, the mozzarella. This is just one of my favorite calzones. So if you guys like this video, like, subscribe, check out my channel, drop a comment down below, hit on my Instagram at the Pizza Guy John, and we'll talk there.